Welcome, my name is Mike Rondo. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be, now the other video I did was my, well, not last video, that was about Christmas and everything, but this video is about the tobaccos that almost made the cut of my favorite tobaccos of 2020. So this is like the honorable mentions tobacco, and there's no specific order to this, although there's one I think I'll mention that almost came into the top 5 of my favorite tobaccos or whatever. But of course, in my 7LE Church Warden Christmas pipe, as I like to call it, and I'm actually smoking Yuletide right here. We can just start with this. Yuletide, this is the 2020 that I'm smoking. I actually have the 2019, and that is great as well. So this is just fresher, and I noticed, because earlier in the week, JB and Renaissance Piper mentioned that I didn't need to put Teflon around the jar lids of my mason jars, which I have right here. So I've been putting some Teflon on some of mine, right around here, around the lip. Overkill on my part. As they mentioned, you don't need to do that. They do seal up pretty well, and it's in my basement. But for some reason, I'm like, well, I'll do it anyway. Overkill on my part. But I just noticed with this, because I don't know what I was gonna do with this, but this tin seals up really, really nice. So all I can say is I don't know if I'm gonna do anything other than make sure it's on there tight, and I'll have it for next year. But it's a hair, when I took it out of the thing and I packed my pipe, it's a hair too much wet. It smokes, it lights, it's fine. I just think if I gave it like 5 or 10 minutes to dry out a little bit, it might have been better. That's just my opinion. But see, it's staying lit, which is something that usually doesn't happen when I'm on camera. But Yuletide is, I mean, it was neck and neck for this and Christmas Cookie for my favorite tobacco of the Christmas season. It was really, and by the way, do I look like an old man with this, like this sweater thing on that I got for Christmas? I don't know, do I look like an old man? Just asking. So anyway, I'll go to the next one that I have here, which is Christmas Cookie. Did I get it the right way? Yeah, Christmas Cookie. I'll try to leave the tins up a little longer because at my last video I did, some people said I did this too quickly. So this is from Boswell, Christmas Cookie. This probably just nudged out Yuletide, but I was thinking this as I was smoking it before I got on camera here. These two things are kind of unique and different. Like, this is sweet and very Christmassy, and this is very winter, and it's just a different thing. So I don't know how to describe it. You guys who've had Yuletide and Christmas Cookie will kind of know what I'm talking about. They're two different animals, but kind of in the same kingdom, if you will. I don't know. Anyway, that's my nonsense. But next one, we'll go with another Boswell, is chocolate cream. This is was a pleasant surprise. I didn't think it would be all that great, to be honest. I was a little surprised at this, but this probably rivaled some of the cobblestone stuff that I had with the black coffee, the cocoa, the what was it, mocha and stuff. It's in that, it's kind of like that. I believe in my review I said it's very similar to that stuff. So this is on there as well. The honorable mentions of this year, and then let's see where we'll go. We'll go with cobblestone right here. This one was I did this one in the summer, and I haven't smoked it since. But this was another. Actually, all of the cobblestone ones that I've done has been actually a pleasant surprise. Is this right here, black coffee? This is great. I love smoking this in the morning, actually, and I haven't had a chance to smoke this or do a morning coffee. I've done that in the past, where I've done a little episode where I do a morning coffee thing, come out here. A little tougher in the winter to get motivated to bring the coffee out and light up a pipe and sit out in the shed when I'm I got to go to work and stuff, or sometimes the weekends I like to sleep late. But this is a great one. This is a good coffee one if you're looking for a good coffee one. And the next one, I'm so glad it turned out pretty well, because I thought with a name like this, it carries a certain weight to it, and I wasn't sure it was going to live up to the name. But it's made by Peterson, so I'm like, well, maybe, hopefully. And that is Sherlock Holmes. This is a very pleasant smoke. And I smoke this actually in my clay pipe. I don't normally smoke my clay pipe on camera. Usually I use that for my thinking about the New Bedford Highway Killer. I know it sounds a little morbid, but like I channel my Sherlock Holmes and I use this right here, Sherlock Holmes, with my clay pipe, and I sit out here for 50 minutes and think about a few things, getting into the podcast and everything in the case as well. So I do this. This is again, I wasn't expecting it to be that great, but it was darn good. So these are ones that are, I would say, it's not that this is in any pecking order. These had a slight chance and may have a slight chance to move up on my favorite tobaccos at some point. Now the next tier that I got going on here is, well, let me see, there was two others that I needed to mention. I'll mention Russ's Ice Cream. That one is always got a chance to be the top 5 every time. I don't know why, I just love that tobacco. I know my daughter loves it when I'm smoking outside in the backyard, and she was swimming in the pool, she smelt it, and she's like, oh, it smells like ice cream, or an ice cream parlor or something. It makes her think of that. So fond memories with that. Now the next few, well, before I get into that, we'll get into these other ones first. We'll start with The Haunting, right here. Cornell and Diehl with Warped Cigars. They teamed up to do The Haunting. And I get this at smokingpipes.com. So next year, October, you might be able to get this. I wish they did this in September, like mid-September, so you could have it all the way through October. You could smoke it instead of getting it, I mean, I have the 2020 version, so I did seal this one up. This is, I got my little jar, and I sealed the Teflon around the jar there for no reason at all, other than, I don't know, to just do it. So this is locked up and won't be smoked till probably late September, October next year. And again, I was very surprised when I got this. I thought, all right, it's like a cigar kind of blend. So it's more cigar than pipe tobacco type stuff. And at least that was my mindset going into it. And when I got it, I was like, oh, wow. I was pleasantly surprised. This is actually a very good, I know the name, you feel like you got to have it in the fall and everything, but you could have this in the summer. It's a pleasant blend. It's a surprise, to be honest. I don't even know why I sealed it up, to be honest, because I should probably be smoking it throughout. But I'm going to save it for next year and go from there. I'll probably I'll probably pick up a tin for the 2021 version of this as well. Now the next few are very similar. Well, no, I got one more to go before I get to that. And the next 3 after this one are probably ones that could have made the top 5, I would say. But this one, another pleasant surprise. I didn't think much of it. I didn't think it was going to happen. Let's see. And it's in English, but it's got some burley in it. So, I don't know. It was just Morley's Best. And it turned out to be a very underrated one. I didn't think, again, a lot of these tobaccos this year surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like any of them. I thought, I'll get it. Okay, I'll do a little bit of it and be like, yeah, all right, I'll either give it away or just lock it away and seal it for 20 years, and then maybe out of boredom I'll try it again or something. But this was a surprise, and I'm glad, because Christopher Morley is an author that I've come to like. I think all of us in the YTPC kind of gravitate towards his novels and his pipe smoking and all that stuff, and he's an interesting guy. So I was pleasantly surprised that this was good. This is a good everyday kind of smoke, if you ask me. Like, if you're going to have your pipe to come home from work and unwind at night, at evening, this is probably a good everyday kind of pipe or tobacco to do that with, at least for me. But yeah, this is another Cornell and Diehl, which I like a lot of their tobaccos, so it's no surprise, I guess, in the end that I did like it. But this is one of them that I didn't think would work out. Because they get some others that I like. Like you got Pirate Cake, Epiphany. You know, I like those, but once in a while I like having those. Like Morley's Best I could have just about any day. So the next three, and I'll start from, I don't even want to say the worst to first, but I'll say the, I mean, because they're all very similar in my mind, in my taste and what I'm thinking. But we'll start with Cornell and Diehl Black and Gold Maple. This was fabulous. I love this. And this almost made it to the jump to number 5 on my list of the tobacco of 2020 that I liked. But the problem with this is it had some heavy competition that's very similar. And maybe you guys agree, maybe you guys will disagree, but this, I highly recommend. I figured I would like this when I got it. I was like, well, Black and Gold Maple, it's got to be good, right? And it was. I was surprised. I wasn't like, oh my God, this is great. It was better than I imagined, and I smoked this quite a bit. I think I got this in September or early October, and I had a lot of this, to be honest. This is really good, so I recommend that. The other one is, and then the next two are really like 1-2. I mean, they're just, it's neck and neck. But this one just lost out to it. And that's this one, Autumn Evening, which I'm going to get a bunch of Autumn Evening. I got to order more. And I'll probably get the 8-ounce tin or whatever I can get in bulk there. This is just so pleasant. I mean, throughout, like, from September to, like, even now, you could have it throughout the winter if you wanted to, but it's just so good. It tastes great. It's relaxing. Makes you think of the fall. It's very pleasant. I like that. Now, the last one I have is Sleepy Hollow. Now, I don't have the jar. I was going to bring the jar out. Signal Man Tony, this gentleman who did my, he sent me his own custom Zippo lighter, and he sent a bunch of loot my way, and thank you, Signal Man Tony. He told me I could keep the jars and the tobacco, which is great. I do owe him at some point. I can't thank him enough. I mean, it was such a generous gift. Sleepy Hollow just beat out Autumn Evening and the Black Gold by that much. I think because it was a slightly sweeter, and I was looking for that this fall. And it was so worth it when I had my pipe, I don't have the pipe in here now, but the Halloween pipe that I have, the jack-o'-lantern pipe, it was just so great. I loved it. It was great. And it just beat out Autumn Evening because it was that much sweeter. And I think it was aged. I think Tony aged it very well in the jar. It was a year old, and I believe. I'm just going on a guess here. But it was fantastic, and I loved it. And those two almost kicked off and got on the list. So, yeah. But anyway, that's my honorable mentions for 2020 tobaccos. I wouldn't normally do another list of things. Like next year, I'll do my top tobaccos of 2021. I don't imagine me having a honorable mentions, but you never know. I can never say that. It was very close this year with all my tobaccos, because this year I kind of, thanks to everybody in the community, I kind of tried new things, went new ways, and explored things and expanded my palate, if you will, with tobacco. And it was great. Will I do that in 2021? I want to say probably not, but I don't know. I probably will, right? I mean, it's an interesting hobby. It's a fun hobby. And even pipes, I'll probably get more pipes as well, even though I probably shouldn't, because I got more pipes than I know what to do with at this point. But in any case, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you guys learned something or want to try something. You guys kind of get piqued and be like, yeah, I'm going to go try that. And let me know what you guys think, what you had on your list. I've seen a few people have lists, and I've checked them out. It's an interesting collection. We're all kind of different, and that's pretty cool. I'm curious what everybody's honorable mentions would be of 2020. But anyway, thank you, everybody, and I'm out of here. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow.